Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Prepping and Survival. So it's been a pretty busy week at work. A couple of really hot days, but today wasn't that bad. Mid 80s, heat index around 90. It actually wasn't terrible. And then I come home and let the adults out. I got 4 eggs from them today, and I got 2 from the teenager adults over here. And the last video I did, I said I got 6. I actually got 7 eggs that day. One of them laid in the adult box over here. But I'd already made the video and had it ready to go, so I didn't go back and correct it. But I've been getting 6 every day since, so 5 days straight I've gotten 6. Or one of those may have been the 7, I don't remember, but at least that many. But the adults are starting to hang around in their pen. When I got home today, I guess either they messed around with the waterer or the teenager adults did over there, and it was knocked over in the middle pen there. And of course I've only got that water on just enough to keep the water full, so it wasn't flooding, but it did wet the whole ground all out here and inside the pen. So it was steadily running because it was on its side. I just put it back in the little slot there and they're fine, but I'm fixing to run the adults into their pen since they're kind of hanging out there anyway until I walked up. And then I usually let the babies out that last 30 minutes or so before dark. And there's 18 of them, so they're a little more crowded in that pen. It's really time to let them, scratch around a little bit and get some exercise. But I've started digging the trench. Now I'm just moving the grass. I'm only going 3 or 4 inches, but doing it by a pickaxe, which any of y'all that's ever used one knows that's not a easy task, especially for an old man. So anyway, I'm gonna break it through all the way over to where I want to run the water line on the other end of the building here. So it'll start curving from where it is now. From here, it'll start to curve and come across right here up the edge of the mini barn to that corner is where I'm going to put a faucet, and I'll leave a stub sticking out as well, a T at the bottom, to where I can add to that later. But what that's going to do is I've got the faucet there that I can put a Y on, which I've got a couple of. I ordered some off of Amazon. The brass ones, the really good ones. So I can split that into 2 and supply that pen with water and have a faucet for the fruit tree area out here and the scuplings and stuff once I clean the bed up. And then I'll have a faucet here, so I don't have to run water hose all the way from the chicken pen or the back side of the house to water the garden when I plant a garden. So, which is what I had to do before when I had one. So I've got to get this pile burned, finish cleaning up out here, and my cat is stalking that rabbit again. Let me see if I can zoom in so y'all can see that. You see the rabbit sitting there on the other side of the grapevines, and then she's right there. Go stalk that rabbit. Now it's going to outrun her, it always does, but it's funny to watch her try. She had a big old rat out here this morning in the old garden area. That thing was almost the size of a squirrel, but it was a rat, and she done killed it and took its head off. So I'm pleased with that. Let her keep honing her skills, because them rats in the woods and stuff, I don't have a problem the house or in my buildings. But my brother texted me after I got home, and a lot of this metal that I got from him, and he's got more that I got to go get, came off a metal carport, at 18 by 20. And he asked me if I wanted the frame, and of course he's giving me the other metal too, and I told him yes. So I've got to go get it taken apart and loaded up and bring it out here. And I'm not going to use it as a carport. What I'm planning on doing is actually setting it up somewhere out here. Can't be in the fruit orchard, it'll be in the way. It's probably going to be in this area out in the middle of the backyard, but before you get to the garden area. So it's going to be here more than likely, somewhere in this area. I could put it out in the field part, but I don't really want it way over there. So, but I'm thinking of putting it there and getting some, you know, thicker, clear plastic and turn it into a greenhouse. So all I would have to do would be basically frame up each end and put a, you know, a door on each end, and then completely wrap that thing with plastic. So, you know, run 1x4 strips across it or whatever. So that's my plan with it. He's giving it to me for nothing, so all I gotta do is go take it apart and get it. But look at her. She's stalking that rabbit. She doesn't realize that rabbit's been seeing her. It's back here on this side of the old raised bed around that used to be cedar tree. But she's over on this side of it, going down that back corner, going to try to chase it. But that thing will be gone either across the yard or in the woods before she even gets close. See how it's sitting still? It's watching her. Oh my goodness. But anyway, just want to do a quick video. I haven't done one end of this week. It's been rather busy and I've been tired, and I'll be honest with y'all. Let me zoom this back out. I apologize. We've got church group tomorrow morning, men's group that we do once a month, and I plan on going to that in the morning. We start cooking breakfast about 7, and then the group actually, the whole group, you know, meets at 9, and we eat breakfast, and then we have some Bible reading and some discussion and kind of fellowship along with all the guys there. That I'm talking about, young adults, older adults, all of that. Rooster doing his job. But anyway, so we've also got my family reunion tomorrow that I actually wasn't even told about till a couple of days ago, and it normally starts around lunchtime, so I may not get any video done tomorrow. So if I do, it'll be late tomorrow afternoon and evening. So it's going to kind of hinder me from getting chores done around the house. Thank goodness the grass is cut last week, and with it cooling off the way it is, it hasn't grown a whole lot, so it doesn't need cutting again. But, you know, I'd like to finish pickaxing that water row, but the problem is, before I get to the corner of the building here, which is about another 10 feet from where I'm at now, there is a buried power wire that ran from this building on the other opposite corner over there down the side, and it runs across here, and it goes down to the one of the posts off that scuppling vine, and it's a weatherproof box and outdoor rated wire, all that. So I've got to go inside and disconnect that wire so I can pull it up, because I don't want to cut it. There's nothing wrong with the wire. The receptacle still works. I just don't have a chicken pen back there anymore, which is where I had 2 of them at one time. So I've got things to do besides just dig this little trench before I can finish it. But anyway, want to do a quick video for y'all and kind of give you an update on what I've got going on and how things are going. I'm actually just about got my voice back. It does get a little hoarse like now if I'm working and I have to talk a little bit too much. I got another guy that started riding with me today that I'm supposed to be training. So, you know, that's a blessing on the fact that I've got an extra set of hands, and it's also a blessing that he's a younger guy. He's 22, I think he told me, and he wants to learn. So that's something that is not present in everybody that you hire. So that's a good thing. I hope he sticks with it. He seems like he's got a little bit of a, common sense to him, and he pays attention and wants to jump in and do. I don't have to say do this. He just starts. So it's a good thing. That rabbit came back out of the bushes. I haven't seen Sweet Pea, so I don't know if she's still down there stalking it or what. And that rabbit looks smaller than normal for whatever reason. It may not be the same one. But one day earlier this week I was out here, and the rabbit that I normally see back here that I thought was bigger than that was back here. And then there was 3 over on that side, close to the wood line, from these trees across to the edge of the property. So there's 4 rabbits that kind of hang out here. And my son-in-law's been putting corn out for the deer feeders and put a trail camera up back there to see what's going through. He sent me a few pictures today, and there's a really nice 8 or 10 point on camera several times back there. There's several 6 points and another 8 point, bunch of 4s. We even saw a spike. So we've got good traffic back there. Over 600 pictures this week, and almost all of them have deer in the pictures. So that's really good. Some of them daytime, some of them night. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up rambling on here. I appreciate you guys. I've already fed the cats and the chickens and freshened his water up, have filled his feeder the other day. So I've already did most of my chores that I need to, do on a daily basis. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get out here if I get time tomorrow evening and work some more on maybe disconnecting that wire and running it, and so on and so forth, adding the panel box in there. All that's part of what I want to get done. And then when I pull up the wire, I'm actually planning on using it to run the lights out here under the shelter and put up the floodlight on this end here that's going to aim one toward the chicken pens and then one this direction, kind of toward the house door. So when it lights up, it'll light up the whole play area and the pathway to the house. So if the grandkids are out here playing, they'll have plenty of light. I want to put all that on its own switches separate. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of want-to-dos. And, I'm not getting any younger. And, I know this video will come out Monday, but Tuesday is actually my birthday. So I will be the speed limit, 55 years old Tuesday. So it may not be old to some of y'all, but to me, never thought I'd make it that far. So, oh, Lord. Maybe he'll let me see another 10 or 20 years so I can see my grandkids grow up and be happy and healthy and the stuff all parents and grandparents want to do. But let me get these chickens run into the adult pen and let these teenagers out. They will fly around and get a little exercise and scratch and peck. And then when it gets good and dark, they will get in there and get on the roost. So, guys, I appreciate y'all. We have broke the 180 mark. Well, I don't know where we'll be when this video comes out Monday. But vehicle fixing to pass. There's Sparky. Anyway, I don't know where we'll be when Monday gets here as far as subscriber count, but currently we are at 181, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. If y'all have not done so, please share the channel when you can. A lot of people don't talk about prepping and tell people they're prepping, but they look this stuff up on YouTube and other media sources. So if you share it, it may help me grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate that. But thank y'all very much. Y'all remember the 2 things I always tell you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared.